Hey there, what's up everybody? This is your least favorite boy. Let me shrink this down a little. If I totally just move it to the side. Here we are. Here we are. How goes it, everyone? Stream I just did a little bit ago was a bit chaotic because Christian got out of fucking jail. He managed to escape by climbing out a window. That happened. It happened. I wish I was making this shit up. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. You see, today I am here to help you. Why am I here to help you? Well, allow me to just show you. Let me get all this crap out of the way, first of all.
How are you? Have a good one.
Pardon me. As soon as anyone joins, we can start this thing. Welcome, Health Department of Green County. Hello. Alright, someone's here. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. I'ma tell you something. The Health Department of Green County sees those videos that you put on the damn internet. They could condemn our house, and we would have to move out of it. Shut that goddamn thing off or I'm cutting it down. I'm working on it. So yeah, as the title stated, this isn't just gonna be me just goofing around on this game. For anyone watching in the future, this will be, say, a little bitty guide for anyone who wants to get into role-playing in World of Warcraft. I mean, it's an MMORPG, of course people are gonna roleplay, why wouldn't they? I've been roleplaying for years. I started around Cataclysm or Miss Pandaria. Yeah, I started quite a bit ago. Let me just warn you all right now before you get into it. Trying to properly get into roleplay in this game is like a trial by fire. And the newbies, they are the ones walking through the flames right now. There are certain factors you gotta keep in mind. For instance, try to have some decent fucking grammar. Grammar's always good. Please have proper grammar. And obviously, if you want to, roleplay in this strange world with Lord of the Rings and level of depth, you got to have a decent understanding of the lore. And there's a lot of it, so you got some catching up to do. Go watch Noble 87 if you want help with that. Noble 87, if you're watching this, I love you. You're cool. Oh, Pyre Record says, hahaha, bro, I'm glad we met. Thank you. Thank you, Pyre Records. Very cool. Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Why do I still find that funny? It's so stupid. But enough talk. Since you are here, my friend, I'm going to let you choose the faction so I can show an example of how to properly develop a character for roleplay purposes. I'll go ahead and let you choose the Alliance or the Horde. The choice is yours. I likes you, and I wants you. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. Alright, Horde it is. In which case, choose your race and your gender. For Horde, we have the mighty orcs. We have the undead, also known as the Forsaken. Hell, they're not even labeled as undead in the Chinese version, they're labeled as Forsaken. Apparently the Chinese have a weird thing about just really not liking any kind of undead related things. As a result, WoW is heavily censored in China. Hell, you don't even see any bones on skeletons. It's really weird. Anyway, we got the Tauren, the Trolls, the the Trolls. Now we know right away that Chris wouldn't choose Horde because he hates the damn dirty trolls. The Blood Elves. The Goblins. Both sides have the Pandaren. The Pandaren can choose between Alliance and Horde. And so can the new upcoming race, the Drakthir. I'm very hyped for the Drakthir. May end up making up my new character depending on how fun the Evoker is. Anyways, the Nightborn, the High Mountain Tauren, the Maghar Orcs, the Zandalari Trolls, and the Volpera. Yeah, there's currently a lot of choices in this damn game. He says, "What the hard way? The choice is yours." I don't know why I made Booty Warrior reference. I just did. Because it's fun. Funny like that. Choose your character. Brr, 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 brr. Let me go on the server where my horde characters are at while I'm at it. Yeah, viewers, make your choice here. Of what race and gender, so I can show an example of creating a character for roleplay purposes. And as you can see by the grayed out, for those new to the game in general, some races can't be certain classes. Which I do hope there are more race class combos in the future. Just till then, these are the choices for each one individually. Like, for example, I really want Tauren Rogues, and they're finally making that an option in the new expansion. I'm happy. I also really want Orc Druids. That'd be cool. Yeah, go. Alright, undead. Based. I'm just gonna take a stab at the darker class. The undead, as of right now, they can be warriors, hunters, mages, rogues, rogue internet man, priests, thankfully not the Catholic kind. Last thing we need is little Timmy getting harassed by an undead. Warlock, monks, albinos kung fu fighting, and death knights. Let's see, take a stab at the dark. Close my eyes and click random. Yeah. Alright, rogue. Already have an undead rogue, but who cares? I'm just gonna flip a coin for the gender, because fuck it. We all care about our gender identities here in this channel. Heads, male. I'm still grateful to God to this day that they finally added a bunch of new options for the races. That makes me happy. This one kind of looks like the Chad hair. The Chad stride. I'm not keeping this character, mind you. This is, again, just for an example of the little guide to roleplaying. We're gonna skip the intro, because we don't got time for that. This is going to be my legacy. The guy obsessed with Chris Chan and World of Warcraft. What a weird combination. What a fucking weird combination. Okay, here we are. Now, an add-on I highly recommend for any role player is called Total Roleplay 3. It typically shows up here near your minimap. You just left click it to show, right click to show, so let's hide the toolbar, drag and drop for the move button. Now, just go to character, go to create profile. Just click create profile. Let's say this guy's name is Jeffrey. My name's Jeff. As you can see, there's a bunch of details that you can play around with on here. Race, class, age, residence, birthplace, body shape, eye color, height, relationship status, additional info. Additional info could be stuff like house name, nickname, motto, physiognomy, piercings, pronouns, tattoos, etc., etc. Or you can create your own. And personality traits. You can make a custom one. You can pin stuff like personal traits: renegade paragon, cautious impulsive, ascetic non-violent, valorous spineless, and renegade paragon. Social traits, stuff like chaotic lawful, forgiving vindictive, altruistic selfish, truthful deceitful, gentle brutal, superstitious rational, yada yada yada. Oh yeah, picking the color here, class color, this will determine the name color. It has the whole color wheel, so you can go pretty wild with this. So for example, let's have our name be this one. Yeah, that works. See, now our names are this greenish yellow.
Speak quickly. Farewell.
Yeah, you click edit to get to this. Now for title, the character's title is the title by which your character is usually called. You should avoid long titles, as for those who should use the full title attribute below. And they show some examples of appropriate titles: Countess, Marquis, Magus, Lord, etc. Titles that wouldn't work in this section would be like Countess of North Marshes, Mages of Storm and Tower, Diplomat for Draenei Government, etc. So yeah, make your title brief. Like for bigger titles like that, you go to full title. Yeah, for this one, and it's just a long version of your current title or a different one entirely. Like you put in slashes if you have multiple titles. Like for example, skill to set, assassin slash maniac slash pretty chill pretty cool guy, so etc. And I just realized I made a typo. Last name, you obviously know what a surname is. Yeah, as these things are optional, mind you, but they do help. They really do. Oh, Family Point says Fox character. It's kind of too late now. Kind of too late to select the full para now. I already selected by a record's choice when he was here. Yeah, sorry, Family Important. Yeah, title, for instance, let's go with Mr. Last name, let's say, for example, Chandler. Yes, he's related to Kristen Chandler now. Deal with it. Graphic representation of the character. Now for this, you can use pretty much whatever icon you want. Whether it's representative of your character, or if you just like that icon and want it there. That's up to you, really. You type in certain keywords to find certain things a lot quicker. They will have different labels, which I believe has something to do with their original file names when they were created. Ability, Druid Force of Nature, for example. Or, say, Achievement, Challenge Mode, How to Moon Hideout, Gold. Or Inventory, Cape, Draenor Dungeon, C04, Leather Base, etc., etc. Now for your age, the age is more important than you would think. You see, the age could perhaps determine if, say, you want to make where your character was involved in a certain event within WoW's story. So, for example, we could say that this guy became undead around the time of the cataclysm. And you could be any age for that in terms of a Forsaken. In this man's case, let's say he was in his 30s or 40s when he got raised up as an undead. So let's say 37. Yeah, you can use physical years or just say something like young, mature, adult, venerable, etc., etc. And keep ages in mind for certain races, as some live shorter lives than others. For example, jungle trolls, they're on their deathbed around their 60s, so just keep it in mind with certain characters. Try to Google how long certain races live before you go through with a certain age. Especially if you don't want your character to meet an early grave. Now, as for icon, you can either go with the icon you chose for your character, or just whatever icon you want, and people have to just imagine what it looks like. I selected the blind option in this dude, so yeah, white, blind. You can keep your regular class, or you can type in something else. Like pretend you were something else entirely. Someone please correct me if I spelled charlatan wrong. Oh, let me see these chats, I just saw them. Family Important says, go on and fight to the extreme. I will. Thank you, Father. Also, what's your thoughts about Ken Penders winning 200 characters from Sonic Archie comics? Man, fuck Ken Penders. That's all I'm gonna say. Dude's trying to sue the folks behind the fucking Sonic movie for including echidnas. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. You didn't create them. You didn't create Knuckles. You dumb motherfucker. Yeah, screw Ken Penders, dude. Fuck Ken Penders. But, let's get back to it, shall we? Height. You can go by where your character's height is in-game, or by a custom height of your choice. This guy, let's say he's around 5'10 or 5'11. Birthplace. Places like residence and birthplace can also be very important, especially when it comes to what race you are. You can narrow this down to a region, a zone, or even a continent. It's up to you to decide how accurate you want to be. Like, are you gonna, for instance, do you want to give super specifics, or do you just want to say you're from just somewhere, like just a certain land or even a certain planet? Like, for example, if you were playing an orc, would you say, hey, just say you came from Draenor, or are you gonna say you came from a certain area on Draenor? It's up to you, really. In his case, he's an undead. He could have been born anywhere in the Eastern Kingdoms. Let's say he was born in, I don't know, Redwood Mountains. Yeah, let's go with that. Residence. Now, naturally, when it comes to residence, you can say, hey, where in the world your character lives, or if your character is a wanderer or homeless, you can just type that in accordingly. Let's say this guy is indeed a wanderer. You can just type that in. That way you don't have to type in a specific place when you don't actually live anywhere. Body shape. Once again, you can go off your actual in-game character, or just come up with your own body shape. Just have people imagine what it looks like. It's one of the biggest aspects of this is really imagination. Because folks go crazy with this thing. Relationship status. Select do not show if you want to keep it hidden, but if you do want to show it, then there's of course the options of single, taken, married, divorced, widowed. Pick any of those you like. Let's say this man is single, ready to mingle. So, ladies, if you're looking to hook up with a literal corpse, here you are. Biorecords responded to Family Bones Ken Penders commenting, he didn't create Green County. That's very true. Ken Penders has nothing to do with Green County. Silly goose. Back to it. Now, in the About section, this is basically the place you want to go if you want to type in your backstory and all that. Like, for if you really want to get into detail. And apparently you can even add stuff like images, icons, links, a music theme, shit like that. At first glance. Now this is an interesting one. First glance is a set of slots you use to define important information about your character. In order to use these, it's pretty simple. You just click on it. And if you want this slot to be seen by people who are clicking on you, just click activate this slot. You choose the symbol for it. Yeah, click that. You type in the title of this thing. Let's say this guy is an enjoyer of zebras. Say this dude loves zebras so damn much. He often wears t-shirts or it's either depicting a picture of a zebra or just a zebra stripe pattern. There. And now, as you can see here, you can look at it. You just go there. And if you want to hide it, you just click the check mark again, activate the slot, deactivate, and bam, it'll be gone. And speaking of which, this is what, there you go if you want to look at other people's sheets. It's pretty simple. Following me so far, ladies and gents? ASMR keyboard, don't stop. Maybe I'll make an ASMR channel someday. We'll see. Now, currently section. This part's pretty important. Like, if you feel like you need people to know your character is up to something in particular, you gotta type that in. Other info. Oh, out of character. Mention stuff. Just like certain things you want to let people know. Like for example, give them a if you want to give them a warning of dark themes, or say, hey, you want people to know that you are LGBTQ friendly, so that way LGBTQ people are more likely to roleplay with you. Or say you'd rather roleplay with people who are around your age. So say, hey, folks who'd rather roleplay specifically with people like anywhere from 18 to 21 years older. Yeah, stuff like that. And in character, this will just let people know what you're doing right now. Like, for example, this guy is trying to figure out his new meaning for existence. Shit like that. Roleplay style. This can help you a lot. In character frequency, this will show like how often you're in character. For instance, if you're not actually roleplaying, just put this in. Full-time out of character, not an RP character. Casual. So like you're just casual about it. Mid-time, so like half the time you're doing it. Full-time not out of character, so you're roleplaying basically every second you get. Most of the time it's just as it says. most of the time. For example, with me, I'm basically role-playing most of the time anyway, so I'll put that in. Except character injury. Yeah, basically, this is pretty important if you want to ever do any RP that involves getting into a battle. Typically, I do it with player permission. Like when it comes to like having duels and shit in character, I will ask ahead of time like how they want to do it and whether or not they'll accept certain conditions like injury or even death. Remember, consent is key in both intercourse and in roleplay. Except character romance. Again, with permission, in my opinion. You can select any of these you want. I'm just showing you like how I do things. Now roleplay resolution. Now there are multiple ways people do roleplay fights in this game. It could be actual PvP, a TRP role battle, a slash role battle, or an emote battle. Basically how a slash roll battle works is you type in slash roll, hit the space bar, and type in a number. Let's say he's rolling a d20. It says right here, he rolls a 19 out of 20. I'm never that lucky in roleplay fights. I don't know why. It just happens to me all the damn time. Okay, enough complaining. Now, the guild membership part, this is important as well. This will basically determine whether or not the guild you're in has anything to do with your character's story or not. So if you're planning on joining a roleplay guild and making that part of the character, just put in character membership. Or if you're in a guild for other purposes like raiding or PvP, just say it's an out of character membership. If you don't want to show it, just don't show it, that's fine too. And next up, more times than not when people are talking in roleplay, they'll typically do so in using quotation marks to show they're talking in character. And people typically either use slashes or parentheses to show that they're talking out of character. Like for instance, you can type with or without quotation marks if you're in character. That's a personal choice. I always personally type in character with this and use parentheses or slashes if I'm typing out of character. Like for instance, the character will ask, "What is love?" And I will jokingly say out of character, "Baby, don't hurt me." No more. Now the next topic, lore. Once again, and if you want to get into role-playing in this fucking game, once again it has Lord of the Rings level of depth when it comes to the lore. So I recommend catching up on the lore as much as you can before getting started on role-playing. Especially if you really want to get it into the history of your character's race. Like for example, my character's undead. The Forsaken have had quite a bit of history. Starting out as human beings who were raised from the dead by the Lich King to forcefully do his bidding, until they broke free thanks to the Banshee Queen Sylvanas Windrunner. And eventually they took control of the ruins of Lordaeron, and later on the Horde helped them out with fighting off the humans of the Scarlet Crusade, who tried to take Lordaeron back, and so they joined the Horde in order to benefit themselves. Like, it's a bit of a hot potato right now when comes to some undead who still deep down feel loyal to Sylvanas even after the shit she pulled in the last 2 expansions, while others are looking to move forward to a new future with new leadership. You know, it's interesting once you look into it, in my opinion. But the point is, you gotta know your race's history if you want to roleplay a character of any race in this game. Gotta cram as much info as can be found, whether that info's in game or in books, whatever. You got to know this shit in order to do it right. And this part's another more personal thing, but most people do this. That being, when you're role-playing, it's highly recommended you dress to impress. With the transmogrification system making that easier than before, you could make your character wear pretty much anything you have available for them to wear. Really go all out, you know. Because if you're gonna be a fucking nerd, you may as well do so looking good. You know what I'm saying? Certain pieces of gear are especially important if you're roleplaying your character specifically to represent and then this theme or that theme. Like, let's give a little bitty example. Let's say the undead rogue you're roleplaying happens to be a pirate, right? I think it'd only be natural to go with a more piratey aesthetic if you're gonna do that. So my recommendation? Get yourself a cool pirate outfit, really. Like, the hat doesn't have to match the rest of your outfit, but it helps. You really mix and match with these, but there are certain sets I really like personally. Just remember this: dress to impress. It will save your life. At least I think so. If you're gonna save the world, you gotta look good doing it. You got to respect the drip. The fucking drip. Without the drip, what's the point of living? What's the point? Interesting if you look into it. Okay, thanks, family important. You're roleplaying to get some China? Oh, fuck no! Fuck no. I'll leave that to Chris. I already got my China. I didn't need to roleplay to get it. Now, if you want to try to roleplay to get hoes, I guess all the more power to you, but trust me, it's not going to work. It really isn't. I mean, look at how many D&D horror stories involved a player trying to get freaky with another player through either gameplay or roleplay. Let me just give a piece of advice for just life. That being, role-playing games are not a dating simulator. Let me repeat for the people in the back. Role-playing games are not a dating simulator. For anyone trying to court a lady nerd activity, I would just tell you to take a step back and really think about your next move. 'Cause I guarantee you, it's not a good idea to even attempt it. If you're gonna try and pursue someone, you should do so outside of that hobby. Talk to them. And if they're not interested, then oh well, at least it tried. Oh, look at me giving life advice. How sweet. Plot twist: the blow up doll that Chris fucks becomes a boss fight. You know, I'll make that one of the boss fights in the Quickville Mall raid. I'll make that part of the project me and Tamashi are working on. That'll be fun. Tamashi, if you're watching this, I think we should make Chris's blow up doll one of the bosses in our Quickville raid project. I'll send this stream to him later. He's probably asleep right now. I don't know what time it is in his area. Oh hey, it's my tombstone. Cool. Oh, I almost forgot! It's like any add-ons like this where they're weight in gold, there are certain settings that I recommend looking at right quick. Just to be sure. Just take a look at these, make sure you get them all right. Now here's another interesting one. You can also have companion profiles. You can apply these to companion pets, to mounts, and any kind of pet slash minion and summoned by, say, a hunter or warlock. And yes, I made a Chris Chan character in this game. I had Sonichu as his companion. This was the closest I could get, okay? Look, it's Sonichu. Go on and zap to the extreme. You guys making a Sonichu comic? No, we're not making a comic. So, what this Quickville Mall raid project is that Tamashi's we're starting this off by drawing tier sets based off the armor tier sets typically seen in raids in World of Warcraft. So far we have the warrior set, the rogue set, and the druid set. If you want, I can show you that on my screen in a moment. Let me show you a few examples of tier sets. Like, for example, here's the rogue tier set from Molten Core. Or this rogue tier set from Throne of Thunder. Or this leather tier set from the Eternal Palace. Or this leather tier set from Castle Nathria. Basically, the point of these tier sets is, well, they're just good armors to have. And they're just kind of proof that, yeah, you accomplished something great battling bad guys in these raids for that sweet, sweet loot. They don't always drop, but when they do, it's worth it. So family important, you wanna see this thing? Let me just pull it up right quick. Let me just hide the video capture for a sec. Here you are, you guys seeing it? Yeah, this is what we've created so far. Use the warrior set alongside a sword. It's pretty cool. I don't know if he meant to make it look like the Valor set from Classic, but it does look like it, especially with the shoulder pads. It's supposed to be very reminiscent of a White Knight. Did a good job. Then here's our most recent one, the Druid set. He based it off Wild Sawchew. Did a pretty good job on it. And then finally, here's the Rogue set, which we based off Rogue Internet Man. We figured, why the fuck not? What else would we do with a Rogue set? It's in the name, Rogue Internet Man. Thank you, Family Important. I'm glad you think they're cute. Very cool. And we got more to go, and I'll show them off in the future. Yeah, let's say, for example, this dude often uses this mount, right? You can set up a profile for it. Looks like a cat was stepping on the keyboard. Let's name it Big Boy, why not? Give it a name. Give it the name color, the usual. Wait, that's a huge bitch. And what you can do is apply this to any companion of your choosing. Whether it's a mount, a pet, a regular pet, or a hunter pet, warlock minion, mage water elemental, etc, etc. Yeah, companion. Yeah, see? Hey, you can bound it to pretty much whatever you like. Yeah, of course, if you want to delete the profile, just go with the little arrow and click delete. As for binds, you can you just click binds, bound to battle pet, mount, target. So when it comes to a regular pet or a minion pet to use in battle, you just really have to target them while clicking target to bind them to this profile. You can remove it from them anytime you like. Where's the Dylan set? Good question. Maybe I should base one of these armor sets off Dylan. I'll have to discuss that with Tamashi. He's the one drawing those armor sets, so you should thank him. Subscribe to Tamashi, you cowards! He makes way better content than I do. I recently did a stream with him. We were reading Asperchu, and it was great.
What do you require?
Yeah, I hope you all were well guided with getting started. Hey, let me say this again. When interacting in character, grammar is key. So I hope you've been paying attention in skill, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you've been paying attention. Otherwise, you're fucked. I'll just tell you straight up, you're fucked if you didn't pay attention. Hey, while I'm here, I may as well do a bit of questing to kill time. Let's see, how long has this been going for? About 56 minutes? Yeah, fuck it, let's keep going. Mentioned earlier, very important, that you want me to play on an effects character, so here's one of my main full player characters. I have a couple.
I have many, many wares.
Let me tell you a funny little story about this one. When I was leveling this character up a while back, a friend of mine was watching me play, and she'd never played World of Warcraft before, so she thought it was really funny seeing this little fox just trying her best, fighting alongside all these big burly men against an army of demons. Ah, it was beautiful. Like, she was just fangirling over how adorable that was. And it was adorable. Ah, Orbos. Quite a pretty place, if you ask me.
Speak, mortal, until we speak again.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Yeah, what's that? There we go. Screenshot that NFT. I make that joke way too much.
Welcome, my fellow doomed friend.
What adventure do you need me for today?
Let our will be done.
My weapon and my wings are
My
yours.
ear is yours.
Hear the words of the Arbiter. Almost welcomes you.
The Arbiter
All
watches
will be
over
judged
all.
fairly.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Our enemy is relentless.
But yeah, fairly important, we just I'd create an armor set based off Dylan Thomas. We just gotta figure out what the fuck we're gonna do with it. Like, where do we even start on that? Because Dylan Thomas's avatar is a very simple one. Like, just looks more like someone you wouldn't recognize if you passed them on the street. And I'm not talking about the avatar he's using now on his new channel, where he's trying his best to convince others that that's not him, when it's very clearly him.
Together with the Mawwalker's aid, the covenants have been renewed. Yet one sigil is still required to pursue Zoval. The Arbiters.
Though her presence is lost to darkness, her voice still sings within us.
Blessed be her voice. Together, we shall manifest the final sigil.
This is our purpose.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Pretty.
The way is open.
Open the piss portal. What are we waiting for? Let's get in there. The path to Zereth Mortis is open. We must part ways here. The Eternal Ones are forbidden from returning to the place of our creation. Well, that's dumb. Why can't you go back? Seriously, why not? That's lame. You should have every right to return to what you came from. I mean, don't you miss the place a little? So Vaughn has defied the most sacred laws of the progenitors. That's fair. You must undertake this journey alone. Go, find a foothold in Zereth Mortis so that we can send the Covenant forces through. Then we'll pursue the jailer and end his madness.
Through that gateway lies Zereth Mortis, the realm of the First Ones, and the very heart of the Shadowlands. It is a sacred place forbidden to outsiders, even the Pantheon of Death. But we cannot allow the jailer to breach the sepulchre. The journey may be perilous, but I know you will face whatever danger comes. When you arrive, send word and our Covenant forces will follow. Good luck, Mawwalker. The gateway is open. Take the anima worm and ride through it.
It's funny how the fate of the world rests in the hands of this little fox just trying their best. That beard. Yeah, I agree. The Primus has a gorgeous beard.
Wait.
Pelagos, what are you doing?
Primus, I asked to join the Mawwalker on this journey into the unknown.
The Archon would be proud. Go with my blessing.
All your preparation for nothing.
Ah, shit.
Nathrazim!
Arise, Marsworn! Destroy them all!
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Guide the worm into battle. Hurry! Mawwalker, I will lend you my power to destroy these invaders.
Pew, 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 pew.
Incoming!
The jailer will have his prize.
Ow. Ha! Stole your mount, bitch. Now I gotta beat the damn thing into submission. Okay, I gotta watch out for it. Tower events. We made it. That's what matters, right? We made it. Oh, trust me, family, the Warcraft franchise is pretty big. If I recall correctly, Warcraft 1 came out in, I think, around the mid to late 90s, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there was Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, then finally World of Warcraft. Yeah, the Warcraft franchise has been around for quite a bit. Quite a bit. And on the 15th of November, it'll be its 18th anniversary. We've come a long way. Look at that. We're walking on water like Jesus.
Mawwalker? Where are you?
Aw man, our mount's dead. Oh well. There you are, buddy. Yes, I'm walking just for that dramatic effect. Bite me. This game has decades of lore. And not just in the games either, but also in books and other sources. The books are pretty good. I recommend them. Oh, and the comics as well. Like, most of the stuff from the comics is canon. There are certain things that aren't, but a lot of the stuff in the comics are canon.
It is good to see you.
Yep, we're not in Kansas anymore. I always imagine this game is but with no China. Yeah, as I said earlier, family important, it's fucking Lord of the Rings level of depth when it comes to the lore. It's a fuck ton. It takes forever to catch up. Like, to go in chronological order, you'd be there forever. Oh, there are still things from both the old and the new that I don't know to this day. Like, almost as much depth as Chris Chan's origins. Yeah, the lore of WoW is almost as big and deep as the lore of Chris Chan. No one tell what's crazy with its lore. Oh, I'm sure it did. I haven't played Undertale, but I thought about it. Maybe I'll make a stream out of that someday. Literally, the only thing I know about is the existence of Sands and Papyrus. That's it. Did we reach Zereth Mortis? And are we walking on water? What a wondrous place. At least from what I can tell through this fog. I think I can make out a structure in the distance. Perhaps we will find answers there. Company Peril goes and explore the surroundings.
The portal is gone. Perhaps the Mossworm destroyed it behind us. I pray Clea and the others are unharmed.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
We cannot stop the jailer alone. We must find a way back to Oribos so we can bring our allies through.
Let's take a little stroll. Zereth Mortis is quite pretty in my opinion. I like it here. Oh,
These
hello.
beings seem oblivious to our presence. Curious. Hello? Did you understand any of that? It sounded like music, but also like language.
Oh yeah, their language is a weird one. Sounds kind of like music. Has these really weird symbols. Let's keep going. Oh, hello.
No, we have come to stop him. But we need a way back to our allies in Oribos. Will you help us?
Looks like part of the dialogue got cut. Usually that doesn't happen.
I, of course, am Prim. Surely you have heard of my expedition to locate Zereth Mortis.
I fear not. But the brokers in Bastion do tell of an expedition that went missing long, long ago.
Missing? Hardly. I succeeded in finding this realm of knowledge and wonder.
Let's just take this. I'm sure they won't mind.
I see no Mossworn here. Where are they?
The jailer's forces are spreading like a plague across Zereth Mortis. No doubt he seeks entrance to the sepulchre. Be wary. His agents could be anywhere.
What manner of constructs are these?
They are called Automa, the caretakers of Zereth Mortis, left here by the first ones.
Okay, let's put these in. Open up.
Do you see the patterns? The fractals? Come, you will assist me by acquiring something I have need of. Pay no mind to the Automa. So long as you do not anger them, they will ignore you.
Everything will be fine. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, hi Pika. Yes, yes, I decided to do a little stream. Decided to do a little gaming stream after the one from earlier was done.
This one can still be useful. Gone, but me it's mortal.
Its hand. Okay, weirdo. Hey there, buddy. What you doing? Just vibing? Well, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna take this.
Watch out!
Ah, shit. Shit, I didn't mean to piss you off, homie. Bullshit. I shouldn't have bothered taking that hand. I guess all of them already found out.
What do you seek?
You said the Automa would ignore us.
As long as you did not anger them, which you did, I suggest you be more careful.
Fuck off. How was I supposed to know he was going to attack me?
I'm so close to understanding. Oh, hello.
I got a squeaky bat. Good thing I unlocked flying here. This will make this part of the quest a lot easier. Oh, snag sound. Shit, that must have been the fan in the background. I don't know why it picks that up.
The repository.
I don't know why it picks up the sound of my fan. I apologize.
Mossworn, be careful.
Do not interfere, mortal.
I'll do what I want. Primordial core, that's what we need. I'll just take that. And these guys are already dead, so it's not like I hurt them while doing this. In case you're wondering who the main bad guy is of this expansion, it's this fella, the jailer, Soval. He's scary. I will say, like, his voice is alright. I just feel like they could have made it sound less like he's both whispering and echoing at the same time. So that's what his voice sounds like to me. Like whispering, but also kind of like echoing in a room. It's weird. Okay, I got the rest. You know what? Stop killing them. That'd be great.
Ah, there you are. I trust you were successful. Come, my trusty Vombata will see you safely to our destination.
Better. They're pretty cute. Run. Yay.
The first ones. Have you ever seen them?
Sadly, no. They are long absent. Perhaps they lie within the sepulchre. they went elsewhere. The sepulchre holds secrets that could be used to remake the cosmos itself. The jailer must not be allowed to enter. We may already be too late. Look there! The Northwomen are attacking heaven. This is where we part. Heaven is just ahead, along with my estranged kin. They are not friends of mine, but you must not let the Morse One destroy this place. May the First Ones guide you, mortal.
Halt! Outsiders have penetrated our shields.
Whoa! A trap! They could be agents of the Maw. Bring them to the Elders.
What is this? More of the Jailer's darkness? His forces lay siege to Haven.
We are allies. I am Pelagos of Bastion, and this is the Mawwalker.
The Mawwalker? Impossible. A lie meant to trick us into lowering our defensive barrier.
Yes?
If you claim to be enemies of the Maw, then prove it. Push back against those monsters.
Move along. Your future awaits. Time for you to go.
Greetings. I will be here. And the Creth. The ciphers speak of a time when living mortals would arrive to aid the Shadowlands. What if this mortal truly is a Mawwalker?
Impossible. We have barely begun to understand the ciphers. Do not fall prey to flights of fancy like the infidel Ferim.
The sacred words told us of the coming darkness. And now, the jailer is here. Do you doubt that they could be correct about the Mawwalker as well?
I would never question the prophecies of the First Ones. But this mortal and the Kyrian must prove themselves before they can be trusted.
Oh god. Look! It's an axolotl! It's a cat! No, not even yammering all that much. So focused.
You may speak.
Ah, it is you.
There are too many. Our defenses cannot hold.
This place is of no consequence. The sepulchre will soon be within reach. Mossworn, come.
Oh, little does he know, this place will very much be of consequence. Sorry, buddy, but it's the truth.
I shall show you to the Waystone. Follow me. The sacred
Right
words
on
tell
time.
us that the first ones placed Waystones at crucial locations where they would one day be needed. The Waystones would respond only to certain living mortals, the ones destined to save the realms of death. The more. Let the prophecy be fulfilled.
Wait, open up.
If it is the will of the first ones, this Waystone will open to you, mortal.
Boop. Just like that, opened up. Pikaplay says he done fucked up now. Yeah, we're the heroes of Azeroth. Our enemies always done fucked up. We're gonna kick their asses, no matter who they are. Even if they're a being capable of destroying the universe.
Thank the Archon, you are safe.
Clea! Zereth Mortis is wondrous. I have so much to tell you.
We are relieved to see you back safe, Walker.
Look, there's a new portal.
After your flight from the Arbiter's chamber, we defeated the Nathrazim, but they had sabotaged the gateway. Once the stain of Maw magic had been cleansed, the Primus placed the gateway in this chamber. He trusted that you would find an anchor on the other side to reactivate it, giving us a path to Zereth Mortis. Now the true work begins, to save Anduin and to prevent the Jailer from remaking reality in his dark image.
We, the heroes of Azeroth, we take down just about anything. Whether it's your average crook on the street, or beings capable of destroying the fucking universe. We're just cool like that, you know?
The Maw Walker has opened the way. Covenant forces, forward to Zereth Mortis.
We are with you, Maw Walker.
With what can I help you? No.
Forgive my doubts, Maw Walker. You and your allies are welcome among the enlightened.
The sacred words spoke of your coming. Blessed be the first ones.
Thank you, elders. With your aid, we pledge to drive the jailer from Zereth Mortis. We will face whatever comes. Much has been asked. More will be required.
Goodbye.
Yes?
What have you learned today? Until we meet once more.
I have many lucky do's. You like? Francis? Lucky do's and rope. Good fortune to all friends of the Grummels.
I'm not here for your amusement. Take care, my friend. Where do we strike? Strike true. I greet you in kind. Carry my blessings with you.
Message redacted or Christian. Don't know what your previous message was before it got retracted. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here for now. It's 4 in the morning. I should be going to bed, honestly. Thank you all very much for watching and commenting. And I will see you guys next time. Farewell.